Hello, dear twin flames, and welcome to this new reading for this new week. The upper row is for the divine masculine, and the lower row is for the divine feminine. Let's come to the first card here. In the first card, we see the divine masculine with his wall up, and this happens every time the divine feminine wishes to confront the divine masculine, seeks answers from him. He immediately gets into his defensive mode. He immediately goes behind his wall and he starts, it's almost like a battle happening there. You will find that it's very difficult to get past his wall. Okay, the wall was built. He primarily built his wall to protect himself, to protect his heart from being hurt. And the divine feminine now faces that same wall. Every time she tries to seek some answers, every time she tries to confront him, it's the energy of being defensive. It's the energy of, not allowing the divine feminine too close, too near, too close for comfort. That's the energy this week we see from the divine masculine. You'll see that his wall is still up. He's still in his defensive mode. But also, there's also, Spirit is saying that you're going to be the one to break this wall. The divine feminine is going to be the person who's going to break this wall and get through the divine masculine. Okay, this shown here is just temporary phase. The next card is strength. Every time I feel like messaging my divine masculine, reaching out, I'm in a million minds, a lot of thoughts come up to me. I feel, am I projecting the energy of being needy, or am I intruding his space, or how crushed I will be if he doesn't respond. But Spirit here is telling us that every time you send that message, every time you reach out, they're actually getting strength from that. The divine masculine, he's getting strength from the divine feminine, to overcome his shadow side, to overcome the fears. He actually gets strength from you when you show concern, when you reach out. But yes, they're very scared to admit that. In no way they are going to allow you to know that you are having that much effect on them. They may not reply, but they do get a lot of encouragement from your messages, from your communication, from your emails. That's where they get the strength to continue on this journey. That kind of feeds them, feeds their strength. They rely for their strength on the divine feminine. It's a journey where it's almost like the divine feminine is in the lead, unknowingly. Where you have to kind of guide the divine masculine through this journey. In the next card we see the divine masculine. Okay, he seems wounded, he seems cautious, and he's put a huge wall with pointed ends. He's fiercely, he has prepared his room, his space, and he's fiercely, keeping himself at a distance where he will feel very safe. He has created this safe space for himself. and putting barriers between him and the divine masculine. You could almost say it's like a sort of a sabotage. He just wants to be safe. He doesn't want his wounds to get worse. He doesn't want to be wounded again. And these wounds, they are from his past. The baggage that he's carrying, it's causing him to put barriers. He's putting such sharp sticks here. If you get near, you're going to be pierced by the sticks. It's kind of sabotaging the whole situation. In this scenario, it looks like if the divine feminine is getting near to the masculine, she's going to be hurt by these pointed sharp sticks. Every time the divine feminine tries to get close, she gets hurt. That is his barrier. That is his sabotage. The truth of the situation is he's creating these barriers and this sabotage just to keep himself safe, keep his heart safe, not to get wounded again, not to have his heart broken. That is what he's doing. He's so very cautious. He would rather be at a distance with all the sabotage and barriers in place than risk him getting hurt again. He's almost hyper vigilant. In the next card, we see that the divine masculine now, he's starting to reject the system which is imposed on him by parents and religious leaders. They are leaving behind their religious beliefs. They're turning to spirituality. They have been unable to get answers from the traditional religious methods. So turning to spirituality, they have got all the answers they need. A lot many religions don't believe in reincarnation. A lot many religions don't even mention the word twin flames. So they have turned to spirituality, in which they are getting all their answers. They are rejecting tradition. They are rejecting the society dogma. They are focusing more and more on the twin flame journey and listening less and less to noise around them. When they had been listening to opinions and the noise around them, they had been running. This relationship did not make sense. They're turning inwards. They're finding answers in spirituality. They're trusting this journey. They trust that this is something that God has created, something out of their control. They realize they have no control in this relationship. They have learned now to reject any religious dogma that they might have been holding on to. And they're finding the answers in spirituality. The next card here is talking about how the divine masculine is becoming confused and indecisive. There's a lot of confusion. A simple suggestion. Maybe you tell a divine masculine, let's meet, and they are in a million minds. They say they accept, then they cancel, then again they say something else, and you don't know what's going on with them. They are becoming so confused now in the journey. The energy of confusion is a lot this week, which is resulting in disrupted communication, delayed or postponed meetings and journeys. They're not able to make any decision. A lot of confusion energy in their minds. They go back and forth. It's actually very annoying. This indecision when faced from a divine masculine, it's very, very annoying. But you need to see where they're coming from. You need to see this and this. You need to understand the depth of their love and why even making a simple decision is causing them to have so much of overthinking. Next card here shows a rebirth of the divine masculine. They have been spiritually awakening. The spiritual awakening has been occurring for some time. The universe is causing it. It's not something they're doing. They are the energies which are coming from the universe, from different parts of the universe, which are affecting the divine masculine's chakras, and they are undergoing a spiritual awakening. A lot of internal healing. Also, these energies are causing the internal healing. They may not consciously be working on their wounds, but the energy is coming from the universe. They're cleansing the spirit, they're cleansing their chakras, and they're cleansing their soul. This card indicates that a lot of internal healing has been achieved by the divine masculine. And they're almost a new person, rebirth. The childlike innocence being brought back into the divine masculine's consciousness. Getting rid of a lot of wounds. Internal healing has occurred. They have also to overcome the society, how society has treated the masculines for centuries, and how their ancestry has treated them. It's a lot of trauma which they had to release and are still having to release. Okay, they have to. This is an ongoing process. It doesn't happen overnight, not in a few months. It takes quite a bit of time. They have to deal with their individual baggage, then society trauma inflicted by society, and trauma from their ancestry, familial trauma. They are dealing with a lot and being reborn. They have a lot on their minds. It would seem the way they act so aloof, it would seem that they are just going about their lives without thinking about the divine feminine. But no, that's not the truth. They have a lot going on in their minds, and in this relationship is the only thing that's going on in their minds. It takes up all their time, all their thinking, causing, they find it difficult to concentrate on work. They find it difficult to focus on other stuff. We come to the reading for the divine feminine here. The first card here, it shows this kind of a fight going on between these young boys. And also we see that this hen is peacefully pecking away here. So the fight is not really dangerous. It seems like a playful fight going on here. The divine feminine, what this conflict represents in the divine feminine's life, she is feeling the clashing of two worlds. The real world is clashing with the twin flame world. How much we all know this is happening for all the divine feminines. We are feeling isolated from our family and friends and those who don't understand our path. It goes to signify that there is really no clash between the real world and the twin flame world. The clash is not real. Okay, it's like everybody, to each his own. Everybody has their own life path, and you have to focus on your own life path and not get influenced by people's opinions. It is futile to sit and discuss with people who just don't understand, trying to convince them, trying to even convince your family about this path. They will just not get it. So spirit is encouraging all the divine feminines to just trust fully in your path. Know that this is what God has chosen for you and continue on your path. There is no real clash between the real world and twin flame world, and there's no separation between the real world and the twin flame world. For us, our twin flame world is our real world. It is our reality, although we don't see any evidence in the physical world. But it is our reality. In the next card here, we see that the divine feminine is feeling she has no more energy to chase the divine masculine. And even that word, the chaser, the term, is just seeming so negative. Now it seems very, very negative. You know what the divine feminine is thinking? I don't want to be the chaser, and I don't even want to think of the word chaser. She has given so much of energy into getting through to the divine masculine. Now she just wishes that, things just fall into place. Things just happen. Universe, the divine brings event to a culmination. Trusting more in the universe, then feeling that it's something that she has to do or the divine masculine has to do for their reunion. She understands now it's more in God's hands. It's more in the divine's hands. You call it God, you call it the universe, you call it divine. But there is a higher power out there which is in control of the universe and in control of the twin flame journey. The next card here, it shows the divine feminine. This journey has led her to conquer many mental battles. Not one, not two, many. And they have made her into the strong, independent woman that she is today. She's totally in control of her mind and her emotions. The words clingy or over emotional, they don't resonate with her anymore. She has become this independent person. She doesn't need anybody to live her best life. She's evolved. Her battles only make her stronger. She is assuming her power as the goddess. The sword here, it shows that she's taking back her power. If the divine masculine has to deal with trauma from society and ancestry, the divine feminine has more of it to deal with. Because God is a woman. Females have been troubled all their lives, all through the centuries. Women have been subjugated. She's coming into her power as a woman, as a goddess. The next card here, this card essentially indicates a marriage or birth. Okay, but right now I feel this card is more of a celebration of just being alive for the divine feminine. We find that I am alive at this point in history, at this very, very important time of planet Earth. I have been chosen to participate in the bringing in of the golden age, that itself is enough to give me a purpose to live. It's a celebration of our life, celebration of how we have gotten to this point. The joy that we are experiencing, knowing that everything that led us to this point in our life was destined. We can safely release guilt. We place a lot of guilt on ourselves for our mistakes. Society tends to blame women a lot, and we build up that guilt, gets stored up in our subconscious and our subconscious. We can release all that and celebrate life. Everything that has brought you today to this point in your life, to this day, to where you are meant to be here exactly as you are. And you are not a victim. Your past was destined for you. It was designed to bring you here. You are part of a much, much bigger plan here. You're not an insignificant nobody. You are the most powerful force of love in the universe. Reclaim back that power as you have been doing. The next card here is the Star. We see this maiden. She is pouring water into this pool and on the rocks. In the distance, we see a stone circle and a star constellation in the sky. The stone circle and the star constellation is reminding us that we are all from the stars. We originated from the stars. I think most of you who have been on the spiritual path know by now that we have not evolved from monkeys or apes. We're all from the stars. Our consciousness is from the stars. And this water represents the love, and yes, it is a twin flame love. Right now it's washing all over us. The rocks, they represent the conscious mind. The pool, the water is the subconscious mind. Our divine masculine, his love has flooded our conscious as well as our subconscious mind. We have strong past life memories with our divine masculine, and that's why they seem so familiar. Their voice seems so familiar. Their face, you know them. You've heard that voice before. It's just that their love is flooding our entire being and our soul. The next card here is saying that the divine masculine is going to come back into your life. The reunion will happen. It is God's plan. You are all twin flames are going to be reunited in this lifetime. Everybody who's incarnated right now. Okay, these are wonderful times to be alive. We are going to witness the passage of humanity from the Kali Yuga to the Golden Age. We are already in the Golden Age. And the Golden Age is going to be all about twin flame love. Creating heaven on earth. And you have been chosen to live in the Golden Age with your twin flame in permanent reunion. Make no mistake about it. So thank you everybody for watching my video, and all of you all have a fantastic day.